Epic Games is currently suing Apple, alleging the App Store's revenue-sharing model exploits developers and drives up the cost of software on iOS overall. One of Apple's strongest arguments against this claim is to say, hey, our deal is standard. Steam, Google, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo do the exact same thing. So there. Well, Microsoft just made that argument a little weaker. For the past year, Epic Games and Apple have been gearing up for a legal battle over App Store policies and the amount of money developers receive when doing business on iOS. Epic says Apple's practice of taking 30% of every transaction on the App Store is unjust, out of touch, and harmful to developers and players alike. And Epic isn't all talk. In 2018, the company launched its own PC platform, the Epic Games Store, with a revenue split of 88% for developers and 12% for the company. After this move failed to get a rise out of Steam, which still charges developers 30%, Epic CEO Tim Sweeney brought the battle for RevShare evolution to Apple's doorstep, wrapped up in an antitrust bow. Apple, meanwhile, argues the 70-30 revenue split is standard across the industry, so it shouldn't be forced to change anything. But on April 29th, Microsoft made it a little less standard. Starting August 1st, developers launching games on Xbox's PC storefront will be entitled to a revenue split of 88%, with Microsoft taking just 12%, just like Epic's. Xbox Game Studios head Matt Booty told Engadget that the move is part of the company's renewed focus on PC gaming, which is one reason the new revenue split has not been extended to console developers. Xbox's decision doesn't dismantle Apple's defense, but it does give Epic's lawyers an opening to further question the validity of the 70-30 split in 2021. It's not completely surprising to see Epic and Xbox on the same side of this particular battle either. Apple pissed off both companies in 2020 when it started enforcing a policy that essentially blocked programs like the Epic Games Store or Microsoft's xCloud service from operating on the App Store. At the time, Microsoft had some words for Apple, saying, "Apple stands alone as the only general-purpose platform to deny consumers from cloud gaming and game subscription services like Xbox Game Pass. And it consistently treats gaming apps differently, applying more lenient rules to non-gaming apps, even when they include interactive content." Just this month, Microsoft launched the Xbox Cloud Gaming Beta on iOS as a progressive web app, which allows it to sidestep the App Store entirely, much like Amazon's Luna service. This means no 30% cut of each transaction for Apple, but also no App Store advertisements for the program. The Epic Games Store, meanwhile, still hasn't appeared on iOS, but that's hardly surprising. Epic and Apple have their first day in court on May 3rd in Oakland, California, and both sides have laid out their arguments. Epic will claim Apple engages in monopolistic practices in the App Store, forcing customers to use its proprietary programs and stifling competition as a rule, while charging developers too much to participate. Apple will argue that it faces stiff competition from Google, Microsoft, Sony, and other storefronts, and that its 30% cut in the App Store is business as usual. It'll just have to take Xbox PC gaming out of the equation first. For all the latest tech and video game news, stay tuned to Engadget.com and subscribe to the Engadget YouTube channel.